Take it to the next level with Russian Bear, Riky Rick and ZAlebs.
Russian Bear took the Riky Rick national tour to the next level by performing in smaller areas, bringing people next-level performances they don't get to experience often. From the sound to the lights to being on stage, the venue and consumers were all powered by Russian Bear, showing them what's next.
Just did a collaboration with Russian Bear, basically like presenting music to like a different market, you know? You know, like with the alcohol brands are pretty dope, like when they have like a specific target market. And if it links up with the music, it's just a perfect combination, you know, instead of just doing campaigns with everybody. So we're doing a campaign, we're gonna be taking shows to people, we're taking concerts to people, we're taking merchandise to people, you know, we're just taking everything to the next level. So it's like a sort of like it's just a movement. It's not really like an endorsement or anything. It's like a movement that we're gonna be creating, you know? I relate to anything that's real, you know, anything that's accessible, because, you know, what I'm doing, I'm just trying to make things that seem unattainable to kids or to, you know, to anybody who's been through anything. Some people think that there's things that are unattainable to them, like they might think like dope music videos are unattainable or like dope songs are unattainable. Like I'm doing what I'm doing so they can realize that that stuff is really easy to do. And Russian Bear is a brand that does the same thing. It's not like we're not trying to, you know, we're not trying to take anybody out of the game. We're trying to put people in the game, you know what I mean? So that's a beautiful combination when you put it together. Well, it's never really about achievements, you know? If you look at your life, you know, maybe you'll get a plus minus 60 years, 65 years. It's not really about the achievements, because, you know, I know people who are achieving in high school, primary school, and getting trophies, you know what I mean? It's not really about that. Those achievements are just like to mark like a special time in your life. But the most important thing is to always be trying to innovate and create new stuff and be a new person and better yourself. That's the most important thing. So you say thank you, and you know, you put your achievements up in the memory wall, and after that you gotta keep moving and keep doing your best and keep hustling after that. I think you always just gotta reinvent. Every 3 months you gotta come up with something new. Every 3 months, or maybe every 2 months if you're really that advanced. But you always gotta come up with something new, and you know, always try to be ahead, you know, and be comfortable at the same time. But it's really about always just changing yourself, you know, every now and then, and that's how I do. I think being able to put out an album is probably the most, you know, is the most spectacular thing that's happened to me, because you don't grow up believing that you'll be able to put out an album and let alone let it be in the stores, you know. You always think you can make an album, but you never know it's gonna be in the stores or get around to people. So that's always like a blessing, number one. I wouldn't tell him anything, you know. If I had to go back into the time and speak to myself, I'd probably just leave everything, let it be, you know, and make those decisions the same way, do everything the same way I did it, you know. I wouldn't tell him anything, no warnings. You don't get any chances, you better go through the fire.
Take it to the next level with Russian Bear, Riky Rick and ZAlebs.